Hello? Oh my god, I feel like it's been a while. It's not really, but like... Hello, welcome on in, everyone. Today is probably just another me yapping. Probably. I have no idea what I'm doing today. Something. Yeah, that's what I called it. Something. Well, like usual, my drink today is jasmine honey milk tea. Oh my god, I can never go wrong with like the classics. It's delicious, tasty, 10 out of 10. Yeah, and my throat's kind of being weird again, but hopefully after some yapping it'll clear up a bit. No, it's not because, you know, I barely woke up or anything. No, clearly not, because I just woke up barely like a couple hours ago. Okay, I've been awake for a while, but I guess because like a lot of the times it's because I don't warm up my throat, so it kind of gets a lot of like, it gets really croaky, which kind of sucks. I needed to stop. But yeah, I'm sure it'll clear up a bit, but for now it's just low. It's croaky. It's a bit rough, but I'll be fine. Normal things. But yeah, I really have no idea. Like, I was debating with like doing like a whole bunch of different things. Because I wanted to do a lot of different things, you know? Like, I kind of wanted to play Puro Seca, but I also was like, oh, maybe Project Diva. But also at the same time, I was like, no, maybe I need to do my planning stuff. And then I was just like, I don't even know about that. And I wanted to do my hand cam, but I'm thinking about waiting a bit. Oh, give me a sec. Someone is calling me. I swear, every single time I do something and then it's like stuff happens. Oh, it's called being too important to the world. I keep saying that to myself to make myself feel a bit better. But yeah, well, I'm slowly back. What was I talking about? Where was I? I forgot. yeah, there's been I've just been feeling like I wanted to do a lot of different things, but wait, I feel like I'm not centered. Hold on. But since it's like I've been like kind of struggling lately because there's been just too much going around, and I'm just like I'm gonna get interrupted. Which is why I'm just like, oh, I wish I could just like stream freely without, you know, being interrupted by anything. But then, you know, of course that never happens, because once in a while it's gonna happen. especially when you know, you live in a household that doesn't really respect your privacy as much, and then they think that you're doing absolutely nothing in life, and then here I go on my own lone monologue again. I should stop. But yeah, with that said, there's been a lot of things I've been wanting to do. I need to go back to playing Yumiya as well, and I want to play Rune Factory. But I was also thinking about playing like my Otome games, but at the same time I'm like, ooh, but like I would probably only want to play up to like the common route, or like finish the common route, mainly because like I know like sometimes the actual scenes, or like the CGs and stuff, they get pretty spicy, and I'm just like, ooh, I don't know if I should be doing that on stream, you know, watching that on stream. It's kind of I already feel like a third wheel half the time when I play these games. I'm just like, oh, like I shouldn't be here. But I mean, I love Otome games. I was like thinking too, because I've been juggling a lot of different things in the background. I've been very motivated to do a lot of stuff now. So I've been drawing a lot more, and I picked up my JP practice again. So I'm like going through those flashcards. So hopefully I get somewhere. And also that I'm like, oh my god, my throat, please give me strength. Ugh. Maybe I should sip some of my tea. I swear, I wake up one day and it's like fine. Hi Sari, welcome on in. My throat is like fighting for its life right now. Please. It was so much better yesterday, and then I don't know, like I woke up today and it's like, like I swear, what is going on? I think it should clear up eventually, but like right now I'm just like, dang, it's a struggle. But yeah, how's everything going? I was like yapping about something. Karaoke tomorrow? I've been in a really big mood to sing lately. Like I was like singing stuff yesterday, but then like well also messing around with my mic settings, because I know like the mic, I've been having like mic issues. I'm starting to think that it's mostly because my room is kind of big and I don't have anything on my walls. Okay, maybe do I have like one or two things on my walls, but my floor is hardwood, so like the sounds probably be like bouncing off each other, you know, because there's nothing to soften it or absorb the sound, which I'm like, I think it's worse for like my mic, because it's not like my mic is a professional one either. So I'm just like, I have no idea how to fix it. I mean, hopefully it's in a better place going for the professional streamer setup. I'm trying to make it so that it's easier for people to listen to, you know? Because, well, it's more like my own standards. I have my own standards, and I'm just like, I am not satisfied with how my mic is right now. And it's really bugging me. But also like, down like the line and stuff, I do want to eventually do some covers. It's gonna be a while, because those are expensive unless I learn everything on my own, and then I struggle, and then I'm just here for the personality. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for always being here for me being scuff as it is. But yeah, I do have standards and I do have goals, so I want to try to work on them. And you know, I'm a lot more motivated. Well, I've been pretty motivated, but I'm like even more motivated, you know. But I've been wanting to do so many different things now. I'm just like, and then here I am just yapping. Like, I can't believe it. But I do want to get better at yapping too. I feel like it's been a while for me. Cause like, okay, it's only been like three days. I feel so bad because I wanted to stream during the weekend. I count Fridays as weekends now. It's so bad. I need to stop. But yeah, I've been wanting to really, like, I wanted to do my hand cam on Saturday, but then something came up and then I was just like, oh no, well, okay then. And but I wanted to reserve hand cams for mostly the weekends, so that way like people could catch it more easily and stuff like that. Also, you know, weekends are better in some ways. I just think that. Like either Friday, Saturday, or Sundays. On doing collabs, I'm not entirely sure yet because I haven't really gotten to know a lot of people. Well, I haven't I haven't gotten to know anyone. I'm kind of shy right now, so a bit hesitant at the moment because I do wanna still like focus on myself for now. But also I'm just kind of I'm kind of I don't know. I'm a bit nervous. But it's kind of hard because like I'm just like, oh, it takes a bit for me to warm up sometimes to people. I feel like on a service level, probably I could collab, but at the same time, I'm just like, kind of still a bit uncomfortable, you know? Mom, collab, let's go, let's not. Let's not. She's my main reasons for interruptions. And I don't want her knowing that I am streaming because she's gonna be like, because you know, Asian parent things, they're gonna be like, oh, you're not doing anything productive, you know? Like, is this getting you money? No. Okay, then stop. Kind of thing, you know? But yeah. Yeah, she's my main reasons of interruptions, and I don't like it. I need her to actually stop. What are hobbies? I know, what are hobbies? Like, come on. Like, I have a bit too many hobbies. Like right now, I mean, I already draw and stuff like that, but then also like playing games. I'm like thinking about going back to playing otome games like raw dogging otome games, mainly so I could study Japanese a bit more, since I had, like, you know, I've been picking up flashcards again. So I'm trying to get myself back into it. And also I want to pick up my piano again as well. It's been probably a year since I've touched it, and I'm not very good in the first place, but so like obviously not having to, you know, not playing for like a good year has really set me back quite a bit. But I've just like the past year was just, I was just really unmotivated and stuff like that. But now I'm just like, oh yeah, like I have this energy now, I could do it. I've been doing a lot of things to help improve my life in general, because I'm just like, I'm tired of being a slob, you know? Like, I'm not living my life to the fullest. I got to go do that. Which is why I'm just like, I'm like always juggling a whole bunch of different things. But also I've been exercising too. Oh my god, I'm proud of myself, like, because I think in 2 days I will have, well, if I keep up with it, okay, but I will have had a 7-day streak, a week streak of like not missing out on exercise, and I will be very proud of myself if I manage to, you know, fulfill my week streak. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, I can't believe it. Exercise. I think yeah, ever since, okay, so I exercise through, you know, Miku Fitness Boxing. It's it's actually really good. And I'm just like, wow, I've seen a lot of improvements in my life since I've also been cutting down on a lot of like also like processed foods and stuff like that. It's given, I feel like I definitely have more energy like than compared to what I was fighting through last year and the year before. Because I've had so many health issues that, well, I mean, I probably should get some other stuff checked, but like right now I'm just like, wow, things have been looking really good. So I'm just like, oh, so motivated. Can't wait to do all this other stuff, you know? So it's been pretty good. And I hope that it continues to improve, because, you know, health is very important, and also mental health is very important too. I need to start swimming again. Oh, that's cool. Swimming is a lot of exercise, you know. I used to swim too. And then now I'm just like, gross, the water. I got very germophobic with the water, so I'm just like, I don't know if I want to swim again. But yeah, it's a lot of, it's very good exercise, and that's cool, you could swim. Sometimes I miss swimming, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's gonna get me sick one of these days, and I'm probably gonna just perish. I think, but usually it's the summer, right? But like in my area, I feel like it's I know like my parents like to start swimming like probably in like May or June, because it gets really hot where I live. And yeah, it's like 4 or 5 months, 5 months of quote unquote summer. Kind of crazy. I can't wait for the summer. At the same time, I think, no, I mean, I'm like thinking about how hot it's gonna be during the summer, and I still don't have an AC in my room. Oh no, I don't know how that's gonna work. I think I've probably got overheated quite several times last year because of it. An Asian without AC. Okay, my room just doesn't have AC because like the AC unit, it's been a while now, but we basically had remodeling that happened, and well, several years ago, and yeah, basically that like broke the AC. Like there's a different AC unit running through the house now, but we just never got the ones fixed over where my room is. So now I just perish because I have a corner room, and the sun really does hit it quite big, you know, like quite deep. But not looking forward to it. I'll be putting on like 5 fans. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I think I really need to invest in like a portable AC unit at least. Yeah, so I've been like really raw dogging some of this heat, because it gets really hot sometimes, and I like to just sit in my room and perish. Okay, I don't like to perish, but I like to just sit in my room because, you know, that's where my PC is, and then obviously my PC also creates heat. So at the same time, it's like, you know, I have double heat sources coming from all over the place, and but yeah, hello Potato, welcome on in. I'm calling you Potato because I think it's cute. But yeah, the heat just it's kind of killer, and it doesn't really get as cold during the night either, so sometimes I do open the windows during the night, but it doesn't help as much because, you know, when there's too much sunlight during the day and we just perish, you know. Like I seriously have like a few fans. I have like a portable one in front of my face, like the small portable ones. And then I have like a big fan that's like probably blasting on the highest setting, because it's a wall fan, like, you know, the ceiling fans, that's what they're called. But I have that one like on full blast, and then I have like 2 mini ones like probably fanning me but it's sometimes not enough, and I have to like walk out. Walk out of my room sometimes just so I could get a refresher. And I come back in because I'm a fool, because you know that's where my PC is, and I like live on my PC, you know, like I can't get away from my PC. I'm addicted. That's where I do everything. But yeah, if I'm gonna be like, if I'm not gonna have an AC unit in time before the summer hits, I feel like most likely I'll be streaming during the night for the summer. Also, PC in winter just generates cold. It's gotten my room pretty warm at times. Yeah. But I'm kind of insane because sometimes I don't put my heater on either. At least I have a heater, so, which does save me during the winters. But sometimes I don't put it on, and I'm just like, I just kind of brute force the cold, you know? I just raw dog the cold. Put a light jacket on and then just do whatever. But my room does generally get warm because my PC is on like 90% of the time. Okay, I do turn it off. I hibernate it during the night, but because it's on like 12 hours a day plus 12 plus hours a day, you know, it's a mini heater. In winter, it's just a giant fan. I'd like to think that my PC is a tiny mini heater, because I know there's like a temperature difference, because I leave my room door closed a lot, so when I go out it's like I could feel the cold, you know, but then when I'm inside my room it's like it's kind of warm, it's kind of cozy. So yeah, my PC actually does generate heat. Never have the heating on. Yeah, it does get pretty cold during the winter though, so I usually like to have the heater. But lately it's been getting warm again, so I don't really need it as much anymore. Also, I don't have enough blankets. I used to only have like one comforter, and then now I got like a really soft, fluffy blanket, which has been saving me. But I only have like 2 layers, so I kind of also like brute force the cold during the night. I'm starting to get like, I got really used to like the cold. At home I usually just wear shorts and like a short t-shirt, or a t-shirt and shorts. Yeah, that's what it is. Even during the winter. So I've gotten used to just being cold, or I got used to the cold. My body is it adapts pretty well to temperatures. So I think it does, because it's getting warmer now, and I think, well, it's actually, I do have like a scientific, sorry, moving stuff. Move! Sorry if that was loud. But I have like a scientific thermometer, which tells me the temperature in my room. What is it right now? Like 70, 76? Okay. That's not too bad. No, wait, it's 70... 73. Okay, so my scientific thermometer, you know, the ones that have like the red bar, it's not an electric one. You know, some people usually use the electric ones, or like whatever they see on whatever Google somehow tells them, you know. But I have this specific thermometer that's the very scientific ones, the ones you get in science classes, you know, that usually you don't take home, but I got one for free. I forgot how, but Celsius? Okay, I could tell you Celsius. It has Celsius as well. It is 24 degrees Celsius. Yeah. I should really just keep using Celsius because, you know, I want to get used to Celsius. I want to stop being an American. spiritual level and like, you know, a physical level, but you know, it's kind of hard. Yeah, I don't remember how I got this thermometer. I think it was like maybe a present. No, it was like a welcome pack for a science course I took back in the days. I think it was physics, maybe? No, it can't be physics. No, I think it's chemistry. Yeah, I don't remember what else it came with, but I've kept this thermometer for probably a decade now. Meru was actually smart. Am I? I'm a STEM student. I don't know about nowadays, but like I took so many science courses back in the days. Well, I think in general I'm more updated, yeah, to the science stuff than compared to the average person, you know? I mean, there's stuff that I'm still like confused about, but you know, I like to think that I'm more updated. Oh my god, all those science courses I took like, well, chemistry, biology, physics. I remember for one of the schools that I went to, I think I took all of the physics classes. That wasn't fun. I did bio, chem, and math. Oh yeah, math. Yeah, math was I used to be good at math. Let's just say that. I've been doing like these brain teasing games lately, and it has some math in it. Like once in a while it brings in math, and it's like division and stuff, and I'm just like, wow, I'm scrambling nowadays. Like I haven't done these in like forever. Maybe I should start doing them again. Doing random divisions just for fun instead of pulling out my calculator. But yeah, I mean, usually after like taking courses and stuff, you don't really need it as much anyways, unless it's like your job. I always forget how to do long division. It's hard. It is hard. Division is rough. I remember doing like theories and stuff like that, like how to, well, like the theories of formulas. Kind of insane. Like I think back then my brain wasn't as developed too, and I was just like, wow, how do I do this? And then like for tests and stuff, it would be like, oh, how do you get from here to here, you know? And I would be like making stuff up. Fun times. I like made a lot of stuff up. Like I got really creative, and somehow I passed my courses. So you know, like after like taking physics and calculus and like chemistry, physical chemistry and bio, I'm actually the most, okay, the course that I was like most weak with was actually biology. I think it was like the memorization portion was just not for me. I'm more of like a formula person, you know? Like if you give me a formula and then you tell me to solve something, I could probably do it. But like for memorization, I'm just like, it's a struggle. Like I can't. So yeah, I'm still struggling on memorizing till this day. I was better at bio. Yeah, it's like a strength that everyone has, or like not everyone has. Like you have different strengths in different places, you know? I wish I was better at memorizing, because maybe I could have mastered the JP language by now. Balancing equations in chem was pain. I thought I thought that was fun. Oh no, it's coming out. I thought chemistry was fun. That's crazy. I remember I took this one course in college, right? And my professor then was like, oh yeah, this is like one of the hardest courses you'll get in this school. And I was like, okay. I came out of that lab and my professor was like, wow, you got the highest score. And I was just like, what? Me? That was, I thought that class was fun though, but like, I was just like, wow, that's kind of crazy, like me. All I did was follow instructions. I don't know how that happened. Like, I remember during my graduation, my parents was like there, and then like they met that professor and he was like, yeah, she had the highest grade in the lab course, and I was just like, no, don't look at me. Stop. Actually smart. I was smart. I don't know about now. My brain just be like brrr half the time. I wasn't super smart. I was just more like I was more of a hard worker, if anything. Because like in subjects that I was actually really interested in, I would definitely do better. Well, I mean, I was also interested in bio, but I did not have the patience to actually memorize. I would just do like the bare minimum. But talking about that though, like when I was taking classes, I struggle just focusing. Like I have to draw. Like I draw during my classes. It was so bad. Like there were times when I would finish an art piece just by sitting in class. Yeah, I'm a doodler. Oh my god, it was so funny because there was this one time I had I was like taking notes, right, while also drawing. And then I shared my notes to like, okay, so it was like this one specific course, but I was like sharing my notes to some people because they're like, oh yeah, like, because I write directly on slides and stuff like that. But those notes got really popular. It was so weird because what happened was like the next semester or whatever happened, and then I was like yapping with like some new classmates, and they were like, yeah, I received these notes from like someone like, you know, from the last class, and then they showed me the notes and I was just like, holy crap, that's mine. Because there's doodles on them. I was just like, wow. These be spreading. It was so funny. I was just like, wow, like these are getting really popular. I should have sold them. Anime boys? No, I never draw boys. I'm so bad at drawing boys. I only draw girls. But yeah, I was just like, wow, I should have done better in my doodles, because some of the doodles are kind of like really bad since I don't really fix them or anything. And you know, when you draw without references, it's kind of hard. But I was just laughing because I was just like, wow, these are getting really popular. I wonder if they're still being spread around. It's been years though. But yeah, fun times. Though I think this milk, I have like silk milk in my drink, and I think it's like giving me mucus. It kind of sucks. Though thankfully, I think my throat's cleared up a bit. What is silk milk? I don't know. I just, it's not real milk. Let's just say that. I think I got oat milk or something. I think it's a brand. Maybe it's a brand. What is silk milk? I'm looking at that up. Silk milk. Almond milk. Okay, there's different ones. Yeah, it's a brand. Whoops. Okay, I have oat milk. My bad. Every week there's a new milk. There's a lot of different types of milk out there. I just know I cannot drink the straight milk because it has lactase, and I am very lactose intolerant. Yeah, too many debuffs, but it's fine. it just sucks that, you know, Asian confirmed. I wasn't hiding it, but yes, I'm very, very Asian. But yeah, it just sucks that like when I go to like boba places and stuff, and sometimes they do use fresh milk. It always costs like $1 or something to get it replaced, and I'm just like, oh, that's an extra $1. Ooh, excuse me. So that's why I just sometimes raw dog it. What Asian ethnicity? I am. You wanna guess? Why don't you take a guess? I feel like I didn't really leave that many clues. You're half right, because I have 2. Half right. You got the Viet right. Nope. Not Taiwanese. Close though. Was it close? I feel like it's because like I haven't played any like other games. Mainland Chinese. I think, yeah, probably mainland. I just know I'm half Viet, half Chinese. But yeah, I don't speak. It's more like, I think I would say like 3/4 Viet, 1/4 Chinese, because grandparents also, well, they're from China, but they moved to Vietnam at some point. But both my parents are from Vietnam. But I have like Chinese blood, you know? And when I play like sometimes when I play like otome games or like other games or anything that has like some sort of like Chinese reference, I could like special. I'd be like something Chinese be very attractive, and I'd be like, oh, my Chinese blood be boiling. Yeah, because I got a friend in Texas who's Viet. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I know they have. I know Texas has like a very, very big Viet community. Yeah, but I live in a place that's very full of very, very, very many races. Asians. But yeah. What was I saying? I was going to talk about, I had in my mind where I thought about an otome game. That's right. Okay, the other day, well, last year when I was playing, okay, there's this game called Pio Fiore. It's like Italian mafia and stuff like that, but there's this like one Chinese guy in there. Guess who was my favorite? But yeah, that, oh my god, I remember he was crazy. And I was just like thinking about it because I was like, oh my god, back when I played that game, I was just, my Chinese roots be boiling because that guy was so attractive. Out of all the Italians, you know, in that game, I liked the Chinese one. But yeah, fun times. I need to get back to that game because there's a fan disc and I haven't played it yet. And I heard the fan disc is a lot better than the main game. I know, like, when I played the main game, I was just like, it wasn't really my fave. It did put me in a hyperfixation for like a good week, and then I got out of it. And then I moved on. But I was just like, wow, I really need to play that fan disc because I heard that it really, like, kind of secured people's favorites and also, like, made people love the series a lot more. Which is kind of surprising because sometimes fan discs, like, not all of them are good. I miss otome games. I need to get back. I need to get back into it. It's been like several months since I've played anything Otome. Okay, maybe that's a lie. Bust the Fellows demo happened, but it's been a while since I finished any Otome games, and I really need to start back up. It's been 2 hours, she's getting the shakes. Okay, funny thing though, like sometimes I do see my model shaking. Oh my god, yesterday I was playing around with some settings, right? And I was just like, I think it's because of the night. It was during the night, so it wasn't tracking very well, but I was like, my eyes, my blinking, like it was all over the place. Like I was just like twitching or something. It's kind of crazy. Stuff happens. During the night, the demons come out and then they take over my model. Like they get caught on camera or something like that. Maybe not just during the night. Though thinking about it, there's been like weird noises going around in the house lately. It's only April, which is kind of weird. It's kind of concerning. Oh, I was like thinking about the story, but I don't know if I should say it because I don't know who's gonna be listening in on it. I don't really like to, okay, so you know when it comes to like ghosts and stuff like that, I don't like to acknowledge it inside my own house because there's been spoopy stuff, right? So there's this one time I was like telling the story to my friends when I was like out, when we were both out and about during Halloween night, and we went to like some Halloween event, right? So we were like sitting there in a circle and we were like talking about spooky things, and I was telling this one story about my house that I don't want to talk about because who knows who's listening it. I mean, it's the day, maybe it's fine. But anyways, I was talking about that one story, and after I finished telling the story, like across from us was like a walkway and there were lights. One of those lights like literally broke once I finished telling the story, and I was just like, oh god, they're listening, they know. So I do think that, you know, there's something out there who's protecting me. Yeah, let's just say that. They're very much protecting me from, you know, stuff. I'd like to thank them for their services. But sometimes they do kind of creep me out a bit, but like they're there protecting me. Protecting. No, we don't say that word. Yeah, they are my guardian. They're out there making sure I'm safe, you know? Yeah. Remember once before, there were like weird issues, and then like I was just like, I kindly whispered, oh, like, please, I don't think I could do this right now. And then they stopped. We're on very friendly terms. Yeah. Jiangxi coming for you. Is that the word for... It sounds familiar. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Chinese hopping vampire undead. Oh, okay, yeah, Chinese hopping vampires. That's interesting. Okay, but I'm in America. I don't know about the. But yeah, I would hear like stories from other people's. I know like one of my cousins, like they're a bit more on the superstition side, I guess. They got some wild stories. I believe them, but I don't believe them in my own house, you know? If I acknowledge it, it's there. But if I don't acknowledge it, it's not there, right? You can't see it. If I can't see it, they don't exist. And I hope not to see it. Yeah, kind of spooky stuff. Usually there is a lot more activity during during Halloween and stuff. A friend of mine's parents live next door to a cemetery. Ooh, it's kind of spooky. Usually I feel like it would be fine to some extent. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how it's like to live next to a cemetery. I don't want to know. I know I used to be more like, it tells me one of the rooms in the house. No! That's scary. I'm kind of baby about that stuff. So when I do hear like noises in my house, I kind of get spooked out too. So I try not to acknowledge it and just be like, yeah, the wall is farting or something. I don't know. I just call like the weird noises in my house like wall farts or something like that. But I will don't ever do that. I have experience with one and I don't want to ever go back. I had very bold friends back then. And yeah, I don't think I ever want to. No, I don't think I ever want to. I'm kind of scared about those stuff now. I want to live a nice peaceful life, you know? Though I do remember like I was like reading into witchcraft some other day because I was very curious about like how it works and stuff, and I was like, wow, these are really interesting things. I don't think I'll ever do it myself, but I do think it's very interesting. But I will never touch one of those Ouija boards again. When I was a teen, I was pretty interested in necromancy. That's kind of crazy. I was like never really interested in that kind of stuff. It was more like well, I was more social back in the days, but I was kind of dragged into like doing things. Well, not things, like just joining in on weird stuff. I know there's this one time my friends were like, oh yeah, let's go to a cemetery during like the night. Like this is when we're all like foolish, you know, young and foolish teenagers. And I was like, oh yeah, like there's not gonna be anything wrong. Of course it didn't happen because, you know, there's guards and police around. And there's obviously a gate, so it never really happened. But I know like there was that one time when you know, I had those friends that came over and were like, yeah, we have a Ouija board. And I was like, okay, like cool. Clearly nothing bad's gonna happen. I mean, nothing bad did happen, but it was kind of scary, you know? Seeing what actually went on. Personal experience, but I don't think I ever want to go back. I like my peaceful life, and I like to leave my head up into the 2D world, you know? Yeah, I was like thinking because like earlier when I was making my tea, I was actually fighting the honey. So I like to put a lot of honey in my teas, but like the bottles that we have are kind of half crystallized. So I was fighting the honey jar. I was like, come on, I can't be sitting here for like 2 hours waiting until like, you know, the honey finally drops out of the bottle. Hello, welcome on in. I'm not sure how to refer you as, but I am a yapper, and my name is Merura. I like to yap about random topics that just come up in my head. Right now I'm yapping about fighting my honey jar because my honey basically crystallized, and it's usually safe to still consume because usually like bacteria and mold don't really have the optimal environment to grow anyways. But because it's crystallized, because it's sugar, you know, honey is like literally sugar, yeah, it becomes kind of solidified, and I have to go fight the jar in order to get honey. I'm like thinking about ways. I know you could melt it, but that requires kind of some work. Anything works. Can, raccoon, rack, nas. People called it me entropy. Okay, can. Honey is not sugar. it's kind of, yeah, it's not like sugar, but it's but when it crystallizes, it's like, you know, it's almost like sugar. It's fake honey though, but yeah, it does crystallize, and I gotta fight it. I know I could melt it, but that requires me to either put it in a pot of hot water or steam it, maybe? Yeah, I have no idea. I'd rather just fight the jar. I probably should have just used the spoon, you know, and just, but I was like tipping over the jar, and I was just like shaking it, you know, like a weirdo, because why not? It's okay. I think I do need to put less honey in my teas anyways, but it's kind of lacking. I really like the honey. Plus it's good for your throat. And I've been fighting my throat too. But yeah. I'm just... It is nectar, a sugary thing made in flowers to attract bees and help pollinate them. Yeah, it is. I don't know the chemistry behind honey, but you know what? I'm gonna educate myself on the chemistry behind honey, because that is something I feel like I need to know. Honey. Chemistry. Oh, that is not how you spell. Complex chemical mixture, primarily composed of sugars, glucose, and fructose. Yes. Thanks for the follow, Can. But yeah, glucose, fructose are often seen in sugars too, I believe. It's been a while. I need a chemistry lesson. Along with water, trace amounts of amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, organic acids. Hexose sugars. Yeah, fructose and glucose. Pretty much almost the same kind of, I believe sugars also have the same kind of chemistry. Oh, it's sucrose. Oh my god, I am off. Okay, glucose, sucrose, fructose. 3 different chemistries. When I joined the stream, I halfway wanted to say good night because I wanted to say good morning, but it's almost 2 a.m. Oh my god. Are you gonna be fine tomorrow? I hope you get enough sleep. It's okay if you, you know, I don't know if you want to keep hearing me yap, but the VOD will always be there. But also take care of yourself. Yes. Unless you're trying to sleep with, you know, me yapping. Unless you also have a really bad sleeping schedule like I do, because sometimes I sleep at like 4 a.m. I will definitely not be fine tomorrow. I will say, no, you don't have to force yourself. I'll be here. I'll be, well, Merura usually forces me to stay up until she finished. Hey, you decide to stay. I don't force anyone. I'm just here yapping. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying my yap to the point that you want to stay, you know? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Just tell me you like to stay. Hi, OJ. Welcome on in. I did this to myself. I was organizing my lore into a novel form. Ooh, lore. I see. Naruhodo. Wow, the whole gang is here. I'm happy. I was about to just go into my chemistry lesson of yapping about, like, you know, different types of sugars. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great time. Oh my god. But yeah, where was I? Yapping about different types of sugars, right? Sucrose, fructose, glucose. I remember back when I took, like, I think nutrition too. They like went really deep into that, and I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy, because you know, how your body breaks down different types of chemicals. What is it called? Wow, it's been so long. It's been too long, actually. I need to educate myself on these stuff again. I feel like I'm lacking. I mean, maybe I'm sure I have like more knowledge than the average person when it comes to this kind of stuff, but like it's really bugging me that I feel like I'm very much lacking in a lot of my chemistry that I used to take, and I did not keep the common sense question mark of the chemistry portion. Wow, it has been way too long. I need to go and look at videos. This is really bugging me. This is what happens when stuff bugs me, and then I have to go and look it up. I unfortunately like to educate myself on stuff that, you know, that really bugs me. So I'm gonna type this up and then I will educate myself and come back to it. Sucrose, glucose. What is it? Fructose. Was there another one? But those are like the three main sugars, types of chemistry sugar compound that you find in anything sweets, I believe. Yeah, kind of crazy. Okay, so sucrose is the one that's found in sugar. Glucose and fructose is the one that's found in honey, right? What is in syrup? Oh no, I feel like I've opened a can of worms. Syrup. This is a very big chemistry lesson. Okay, sucrose, it has all three. Wow. Wow, that is, I don't know if that's supposed to be healthy or not. I feel like sucrose is less healthy, right? Which, because it has only sucrose, or sugar has only sucrose. I believe honey has other things than just those two sugars, because it has amino acids and other nutrients. What else is in honey? Oh my god, this is driving me crazy. Ooh, there's like corn syrup too. Glucose. Y'all are just in for a chemistry lesson. This is driving me crazy. Okay, I'm gonna have to load. I never knew honey is basically bee vomit until some vegans told me. Yeah, it is. Today was strange for me. I went out with my cousin to check on his old four-wheeled bike, and oh god, it was there for 6 months. What is going on? We had that rent piled up, and if we want to take it back, we need to pay. Sir, I think you're in the wrong place. What is going on? Pay 300 dirhams per month? $6K? No, that's a lot. Oh my god, that sucks. Oh, I hope you figured that out. Like, what is that? That really sucks. I know I don't really have rules on my chat right now, but I'd like everything to be what is it? On topic, please. And also, well, what else? Yeah, mostly on topic, and also like nothing way too personal. But I hope you do figure stuff out. No, it's okay, don't worry about it. I just don't really have rules like listed, that's why, and stuff, but I'm pretty lenient on stuff like that. Just do keep on topic. And what is, I don't want to be like mean and be like no trauma dumping, because you know I'm here to entertain, and let's keep things on topic as well, you know? Yeah. I feel like I could have said it better, but you know, my brain is still thinking about chemistry for some reason. Hey, I'm not saying that like that. I do think like stuff does suck, and there are times when I know like some people do need to, you know, tell someone about their worries, but time, place, setting is very important as well. I wouldn't mind if it was like, you know, I would be like, oh yeah, how's everyone doing? How's your day going? And stuff like that. I don't mind if you say stuff like that when I ask those questions. But yeah, no, it's okay. It's just a fair warning, you know? And it happens. I get it. Stuff happens. People need some place to say it. And I understand. I gotta tell you about the streamer with pink hair who bullies me. Yeah, you mean me? Wait, are you talking about me? Do I have pink hair? Is that what you see? Yeah, venting is needed sometimes. So I understand where you're coming from. But yeah, definitely, but just be aware of like the time, the place, and stuff like that. And if you do have like issues and stuff, I don't think I'm like the best person to go to, because you know I'm kind of brain rotted. There's only so much I could do as a streamer, you know. Jay, I'm gonna trauma dump you on your next stream next time. Oh my god, it's crazy. I'll be sitting here watching the fights in the background. Yummy tea. I'm not social awkward. Too bad news. Yeah. A lot of people aren't really good at dealing with like bad news and stuff like that. Because like even me, like I'm just like when someone tells me something bad happens, I kind of don't know what exactly to say. I feel so bad. I'll be like, oh no, I hope you feel better, but I don't know what I could do to help in that, you know, issue. It's because like, you know, a lot of times like, oh, when there's like money issues, I'm just like, oh, I can't give you money. I am broke as well. I'm so sorry. And it's like, you know, like even me, I don't really talk a lot about like the bad stuff that's going on, mainly because I feel like that stuff should be told to a professional, or like I'm just someone who figures things out myself. So take my side on this, I'd rather. It's okay, don't worry about it. I won't ban you or anything. At work, I work in retail and customers tell me bad news and stuff. Yeah, it's really hard to find like the right words to say at that time. It's just like, oh, I hope things do get better for you, or you know. It's just kind of hard for like the recipient especially. But yeah, definitely time, place does matter, and some people do need a place to vent, and I understand that, but yeah, I don't mind if it's like I said earlier, I don't mind if it's like, oh, if I ask you how your day was and then you're like, oh, it's a horrible day, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I hope me being here or me streaming does help you in some way, shape, form, to help you keep your mind off of it, if anything, you know. But yeah, I like to keep things positive. Yeah, because you know, I'm naturally a very, very, very positive person. It kind of sucks sometimes because I don't see like I don't see like the negative things that people say to me, because I convert it into like something positive. It's kind of crazy, like the mental gymnastics my brain sometimes goes through. Should have thought about how I would feel about if I said that. It's okay, you apologize, that's fine. We all live and learn. Yeah. Yeah, like there's this other time, like last week I was having like, well, I don't know if it was last week now. It's been, I think 2 weeks ago. I was having like this issue with a friend, right? And I didn't notice that she was feeling this way because I was very mentally gymnasticking. Like my brain was like going like through other things. And I didn't realize that some of the stuff that I said kind of got misinterpreted. We hashed it out though, but like I was just like, wow, like I basically what I said was I accidentally summoned some demons that she had to fight on her own, and I was just like, wow, I'm so sorry because I did not notice that like you were going through all this because of something I said that you misinterpreted. And like for me, oh excuse me, sorry, I had like 4 burps in a row, I'm so sorry. But for me, I kind of take a lot of things to a positive aspect. If I see something negative, I would try to focus on figuring out how to turn it into something positive instead. Yeah, basically. Like when I'm feeling sad or something like that, I'm just like, okay, what is it, self? Like I'm gonna sit myself down and tell myself like to work it out. Like I slap myself, you know? That's why I call it fighting demons. Because I literally think about like actually fighting demons like in a game setting. Like I like to use a lot of gaming terms when it comes to life as well, since a lot of the stuff that happens in life, you could just convert it. It's kind of similar in some sense. Like, you know, the boss, you know, you have to get through something, you know, and you call it a boss battle. And in order to get through the boss battle, sometimes you do get failures, you know, sometimes you get defeated, but there's always a save point. There's always a point in life where you could just step back and be like, okay, what is there I could equip? What other equipments do I need? Who do I need in my party to help defeat this boss, right? And what items do I need, you know, to help defeat them? So yeah, it is pretty useful in some ways because, you know, it helps you kind of sit back and be like reflecting on the stuff you could do in order to improve your situation. Yeah. Okay, that was a long monologue. Where was I going with this? But yeah, life happens. Let's just say that. And it's good to find positive approaches to stuff that does happen. I like your optimism as well as your view on life. I should think more like you. Yeah, I think it's just over the years I've learned to love myself a bit too much. But there's a lot of things in life that there's just a lot of things in life that kind of get you down that you just can't control, right? So it's like a lot of times people kind of get too overwhelmed. It's kind of hard, you know, if you're like the only person fighting. Sometimes you do need to get that help that you need, and it happens. Like it's just part of life. But the best you could do is focus on yourself and try to do the best you can for yourself. And it's always good to take breaks as well and make sure that you focus on your mental well-being, because you only have yourself in the end. I mean, there's going to be a lot of other people that may help you, or they will be there for you and stuff, but ultimately a lot of the times it's just up to you to focus on yourself. Bad idea. You'll start getting attracted to 2D men. For the new peoples out there, I am very head deep into the 2D fictional life. I love to ship myself with a lot of fictional 2D men. It's so bad. It is so bad. I am very delulu. As down to earth as I just sounded right now, I am actually very, very, very delulu. I will ship myself with fictional 2D men, and I will draw myself with them 2D men, and will always self-insert in order to date these 2D men. Similar issue, but with 2D women. Yeah, whatever makes you happy, you know? I like to say sometimes being delusional is a positive thing. It's like I remember there's this one tweet where it's like, oh, if Naruto tells you to brush your teeth in the morning and that's how you get up in the morning, then, you know, it's a good thing. It's like for me, a lot of my standards come from, oh, will Minami like me if I do this? Will my fictional 2D men be disappointed if I do this? I'd be like rotting in bed and I'll be like, oh my god, okay, my fictional 2D men would not like me if I was just rotting in bed and not doing anything productive, so I'm gonna get myself out of bed. It's sometimes, you know, you just gotta be mentally unhealthy to be healthy, you know? It's that. Hey, whatever gets you out of the bed. Sari is basically judging me again for like the 50th time, probably more than that now. What's new, guys? What is new? Yeah, Delulu is the Salulu. That is my motto for this year. A very big motto for my year. But yeah, it's definitely made me a lot more positive though. So positive, happy, mentally well. I feel like I am in a field of flowers. Who is my favorite? I have a lot of favorites, but right now I'm very obsessed with Minami from Idolish 7. Minami Natsume from Idolish 7. He is my wife. And I have, okay, so I don't really draw that much fan art in general, but I've already drawn him like 3 times. Okay, 2 times. 2 times. And I've completed those pictures and like I barely finished my drawings. So I'm just like, first I don't really draw fan art, and then I don't really finish my drawings, and then but because of him I finished drawings, and I've you know, and I've printed it out and made checkies for myself. Sent you a message on VS to watch after stream. Okay, I'll take a look. My favorite fictional character right now is Alma from Monster Hunter Wilds. I can't help but fantasize about marrying her. What does she look like? I have no knowledge of Monster Hunter Wilds other than it is very popular right now. I'm very curious. Who is this? Who is this pretty lady? Ooh, oh, she's got glasses too. Yeah, I think being fictionally, attractive to fictional characters is a very positive aspect in your life, because, you know, as long as you're not hurting others, and as long as you understand that there are other people who are gonna also like that same character, well, as long as you like stick in your lane, you know, yeah, you know. You could just do whatever you want in your brains. It's not really how she looks, it's just looks LB Gemma, also from, oh my god, I can't read today either. Okay, I mean, yeah, personality is also very, very important, or like sometimes you just like to self-insert with some characters, you know? Like for me, like, I like those characters that are also very complicated, but sometimes I just like a character because of how cute they are. I would ship myself because, you know, they're cute, or they're pretty, or they're very, very ikemen, very hot. You know, it's all about variety. I was gonna say I'm not very picky, but I kind of am picky, but I have series where, like, I like favorite characters, mainly just because of how they look and how they sound. I'm like, personality, it's all up to my headcanons. Like, it's so bad because for some series, like some mobile games, I'm not gonna name which one it is. I feel like I'll get cancelled if I say what series it is. But I do not read the canon story because I don't want my headcanons to be, like, you know, altered in any way. But I do very, very, very much love those characters. It's just my headcanon versions of them, you know? I'm very picky with until some characters come in and wrecks the scale. Yeah. sometimes, yeah, that's sometimes that happens. Ooh, which reminds me, when I was playing Bust the Fellows, right, I really liked this one character because he reminded me of one of my other favorite characters. And then I played his route and I was just like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't goodbye. I just realized, like, sometimes I'm too a bit judgmental. Okay, maybe not really, but it's like there's sometimes like where the routes kind of ruin the characters for me. And I get it, it happens. Like, it's like my headcanon got ruined. And I can't go back. Then I have to go pick up another character. It's okay though. Best of Fellows, I am very loyal to that one, to my tsundere boy, Kudere. The creepy. No, he's not. He's just socially awkward. He's not that creepy. The other, okay, the the Gojo looking one from Best of Fellows isn't that creepy. I think he's just very socially awkward, and he just doesn't know boundaries. He's not very aware of his, like, you know, people's boundaries. He at least respects me a bit, you know, respects. He's better than that one other guy that was just like, oh, I'll pay for you because you're a woman. I was very icked by that guy. He was just a bit socially awkward. I'm sure he has his reasons. I need to go back to playing like visual novels because I love to see like different character interactions. And also I want to try getting better at like reading things, or reading out loud / voice acting, kind of, because it kind of seems pretty fun. Oh my god, the other day me changing topics at the speed of light. I love being stalked in a VN. Okay, you know what? I feel like it's slightly, how do I say this without sounding weird, but I feel like when it comes to like fictional settings, like a lot of things go. Talking about reading, I love fantasizing about how characters look in non-fiction novels and other books. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I don't really read novels. Yeah, I'm a bit too into the animes, but creating like your own versions of certain characters is pretty fun. Because I am like so for any series or that I get really deep into, I like to create original characters / self-insert characters for them, and I absolutely love designing them. I know Sari has heard my story, but I want to repeat my other story. Back when I was playing this one otome game called Dairoku, I created this one OC, and I absolutely fell in love with their design so much. I loved her design so much that I am gatekeeping them from the world. It's so, I'm just like, when I created them, I was just like, oh my god, you are so beautiful. I love like all this like little details, the aspects, like stuff that you don't see usually. Like I was so in love with their design that I was just like, yep, sorry guys, no one's ever gonna see this design ever. It's gatekept forever. It's for me only. I was so obsessed with that game. Like I had a whole month brain rot where I was just drawing fan art and like my OC art just for that series, and I was just like, it wouldn't leave me. Even now I think very fondly of that game, and I really want to replay it, but I've been holding myself back because I have a lot of backlogged games. So yeah, talking about the game that I was supposed to start this year, I haven't done that yet. Yeah, things are going so well. I'm out of tea. Goodbye, my jasmine honey tea. Gives freedom with outlines for how the character looks. I remember thinking a character is fat until later on remembering the character was clearly stated skinny. Faces. Kind of wild. Sometimes your headcanons just like to skip around. I have that issue too. But yeah. I remember there was also some other topic I was going to talk about, and then I totally forgot. Like, I totally skipped over to talking about Daidoku. And now I forgot, like, the original thing I was supposed to say. Oh no. I was, like, thinking about Best of Fellows, though, because I really want to play the second game, but, like, the second game isn't out yet. I think it comes out in July. Oh my god, you know what else comes out in July? Oh no, I feel it coming. I have to talk about it now. So back in the days, so I've been into the Otome, the Switch 2, no, not the Switch 2, but it's an Otome game. I feel like, oh no, stop it, don't take it out of context. Help, Sari is bullying me. Okay, but talking about releases in okay, talking about releases in July. So, all right, I'm being very, very, very serious now. So there's this Otome game back, like, I think it's been like a decade now since it came out. Actually, I'm gonna look it up. How long has it been since this game has come out? Okay. I know it's been like, okay, it's been... it's been 13 years since the anime aired. Okay, what about the game? The game released in 2011. Wow. Okay, so it's been quite a while since, you know, this series called Arcana Famiglia came out on the, oh my god, was it on the PSP? It was on the PSP. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, I played this game back when I was a youngin Otome game lover. And Arcana Famiglia. And it's like about Italian mafia and stuff like that. It's finally getting a reboot this year for the Switch, and I am so excited because I am so excited. I feel like it's gonna get very, very much cancelled on the internets though, because it's not like, okay, so like the male leads, right? You could date a dad, first of all, which is kind of crazy. There's like two very, very old men in this series. I don't even think they're like 30-ish, but I feel like it's a game that will definitely mostly get cancelled if it gets out of the wrong hand. But it is a game of its time. Actually, I like to say it's a game that was ahead of its time because of how it was programmed. It kind of felt more like a visual, it was like a manga visual novel. One of my favorite series, which is kind of crazy, but I love the world building because it's like mafia and stuff like that. It's like about it's a mafia, like, well, what can I say? But a game of its time, 2011, a game that I hold dearly to my heart because anyways, I like to pretend that, you know, MC, the girl that you play, is actually of age and is a bit older, because I think the biggest age gap is like, I'm looking at it right now, hold on, who's the oldest guy? Okay, he doesn't even have an age, but we all know that he's over like 30 years old. Okay, the other older guy is like 38 years old, but they're like, okay, anyways. Getting cancelled on this one. Okay, you know what? It was a very good game. I won't mind. It's a very fictional setting, a very good game, a very good art. Yeah. It's yeah, you know, just because the age gaps and because, you know, MC isn't really 18. She's 16. But it's a mafia game, you know? Like, it's a game of the past. Age doesn't matter. Anyways, my favorite two characters is the dad and his son. It's even worse after you said the age. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, it's like Cardcaptor Sakura bad. But you know, it's a good game, and you know, there's very nice CGs in it. The dad is he's very hot, and his son is also a very good sweetheart. She told me she was 18. I hope they do age them up in the EN localization. Time to cancel me. Goodbye, guys. It was nice knowing you. I've had a really nice run. Oh my god. I've done this every stream to matter. I've been saying, like, I feel like I say a lot of weird things, but after you said the age, okay, she's 16. How old's the oldest guy actually? Because I know he's like over 30. He's had a son. His son is, let me see how old his son is. 29. His son is 29 years old. Which means that if he's that means he should be over 30. He should be over 39. I'm trying to math it here because this is sounding even worse than it was before. I'm coming to the realization that this age gap might be bigger than I thought. The son is 29. The dad is definitely over 45. That age gap is like over 30 years. Yeah, it's a very good game. It's okay, the dad is very hot. The dad is very hot. That's all that matters. Age gap is fine if the man is hot. Who are your two favorite characters? It's the dad and the son. I haven't even gone to the other characters. I haven't talked about the cousin. I haven't even talked about the cousin. Yeah, this game is getting cancelled. Well, it's a mafia game. I feel like the more I talk about it, the more it's gonna get me cancelled. I feel like there's so much more I could say. And then each time I say something, it's gonna get even worse. Like, it probably won't make the age gap any better. People really play it for the mafia. Yeah, it's a very good story. It's got very good voice actors too. She's only 14. No, she's 16. But it's not like it makes it any better. I know there like there used to be otome games out there where like I think there's this one that got released really far back, like 10 years ago. But listen, it's a very good game. It was a very good game. It was ahead of its time in some aspects. I love that game. okay, but yeah, what I was saying is, there, back when like the otome stuff was like booming, I know like some company released a game where you could date like just grandpas, like. I wonder how old they were. I forgot how it's what it's called. Can I even find it? No, I don't think I can find it anymore. But yeah, I'm pretty sure like all of the male characters that you could have dated were like 60 plus. They were like early citizen, senior citizen age, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how old like the main the heroine is, but heroine. Oh yeah, but pretty sure she was like probably young adult. But that age gap, you know, some people just like the age gap. You know, it makes the story more interesting sometimes. Well, thinking about it, I think the other game that I played last year also had a pretty big age gap, and then I remember they were talking about the age gap. Because you could like date a pretty old character. Let me see, actually. I'm very curious. She was 23, a young adult. And he was 45. Okay, he wasn't that old, but like, you know, they would like be like actually going into the whole, oh yeah, I'm gonna die earlier than you and all, and I was like, wow, okay. You should never say people like the age gap. Cancel material. Okay, you know what? I think you might as well just cancel me right here, right now, because anything here is very. I am very open to a lot of things when it comes to the fictional stuff, you know? And I've had like friends and family that, you know, yeah, whatever. But very, very more or less very open-minded. Yeah, we keep things open-minded here. We respect each other's different interests, even if it may be slightly cancelable, as long as it's in the fictional world, you know? Sometimes it's not morally right, but like, you know, what is... Sometimes you just can't help but like things that you like. I'm also I'm a fictional person, you know? Don't take me seriously, guys. But yeah, sometimes you just can't help but like what you like. Like, I think what I usually like to say is sometimes, you know, like, let's say you have like a plate of vegetables, right? And you can't seem to stomach one of them, but you seem to like the other one. Like, you don't really choose because it's your palate that chooses, right? So I think of liking fictional different things in that sense, or like in general, not just fictional. It's like, it's kind of similar to that, because sometimes you just don't choose to like something that, you know, you just can't help but like it. Yeah, and we don't judge here. I don't judge here. I mean, Seri might judge me a bit, but that's normal. But yeah, you just can't really choose what you like. It just happens. And we respect that, you know? I remember it's kind of crazy because, like, no, I'm not gonna say it. It's kind of too dark. But yeah, we respect each other's different interests, and let's just keep it that way. Even though I say the most like cancelable shit ever, you know, it's, you know, I can't help but like eat whatever food's placed in front of me. I'm not very picky. Too dark. I don't know what can be dark. I mean, it was a line from an incest manga, so I'm not gonna say it. I'm fine with stalking and age gaps. Fictional, only in fiction. I mean, age gaps are somewhat whatever's for me. I'm not here to judge anyone in general, but stalking is not okay, even in real life. Yeah, even in real life, it's not okay. But, you know, in fiction settings, if they're hot. It reminds me, because like, okay, there's this game I played last year, right? Since I already have the series open, I'm not gonna say which game it is. Excuse me. Anyways, it was an otome game, like usual. And this otome game had a secret character. And this secret character, right? He's such a good boy. He's so cute. I really liked him, and I still really like him. He was my favorite in that game, actually. I think he was like probably, how old was he? I'm gonna look him up. Hold on. Since I have it open already. Show spoilers. Where are you, my boy? Okay, he was like 3 years younger than the girl that you play. It's a very self-indulgent, self-insert game. But anyways, he was like 3 years younger. And I feel like it's so bad because he turned out to be a yandere and a stalker. Because like what happened was, so in the route, right, for their story, like she met this guy because, you know, part of work reasons, and anyways, she treated him very nicely. I guess he was not used to that. He really ended up really liking her. But anyways, so one time she was like walking home, and then she felt a presence, and she was like, oh no, I'm kind of scared, right? And then like she bumps into him, and he was like, oh yeah, no, I'll keep you safe. And and like, you know, so the stalker issue kind of went away because, like, you know, he was there walking her home, you know, everything is all good. They get really close. And then one time, I think like something happened and she was talking, well, nothing really happened. She was just talking to other characters because, you know, part of work, you know, she's a workaholic. She loves to work. And, you know, with her job, she also got to talk to a lot of other people because, you know, job stuff. And basically she gets paired with some guy for work reasons, and then he gets jealous. He sees it and he's like, oh no, like I don't like this. No, he didn't kill anyone. It's a very slice of life game. No murder, no murder, no fantasy. It's just a slice of life office romance. But yeah, he's but yeah, this guy got a bit he got very yandere because, you know, he saw her talking to someone and he thought that she was gonna abandon him, and then she was like, so he once whatever happened, he kind of got tipped off, kind of drugged her, kidnapped her. Then revealed, like when she woke up, she was like, oh, she's like in his house, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm like they were like kind of talking, and she was kind of scared, and she was like, oh what, like, you know, stuff like that. And then he was like, and then when he revealed that he was actually the one that was stalking her, I was like, oh my god, that's kind of crazy. I was shocked too. I was like, oh. But you know what? You know he's dedicated. You know he loves her. But yeah, that kind of yandere. I really enjoyed that route. It was the most probably the most yabai route out of all of the fluffy ones. I mean, there's like drama in this series, but all of the boys were kind of too pure for me. As weird as that sounds. I was just like, oh, these are nice. Yeah, all the drama, they fixed it. Yeah, but they're all these, they're so normal, you know? I mean, there was a prince like character too. And he was really cool and all, and like he was very prince-like. They had like the whole like, cause he was it's not royal, but he's part of like the rich families and stuff like that. So like there were like people who didn't approve of this marriage or like of this relationship, and and then like, but I was just like, yeah, that's cool and all. Like it was like a total like Korean drama, you know? But the yandere boy, I was just like, oh yeah, I'm eating this shit up like it's like my last supper. It was so good. It was very good. Yeah. He's cute too. I'm fine with kidnapping, stalking, age gaps if they are fictional. Yeah, totally. I'm not gonna say it. No. Meru really into that non-consensual stuff. I mean, it's kind of, in fictional settings, it's interesting. I like a really good, you know, storytelling. I like things that go very psychological sometimes, you know, you think about it, you sit and be like, yeah, this is not morally right. And then the characters also think about being like, oh, this is not morally right. But no. Okay, I don't really like to, I mean, if it's there, you know, I'm eating it. But like I said, I'm not very picky with my food. But I understand that it's not morally right, you know? But I'm not very picky with my food. Like sometimes it's interesting. It brings a different interesting progression of the story. I mean, sometimes it's pretty bad though. Like, how do I get myself out of this? Okay, a lot of the times I don't like it, mainly because I don't like that type of stuff, mainly because I'm not into the sexual stuff in general. But most of the time it's not really justified either in any, it's never justified in any fictional settings. I'll just say that right now, that I do not justify any sorts of that kind of stuff, even in fictional settings. And I don't really like it when like stories use it to progress in any way, because, you know, it's kind of bad. it's pretty bad. But I mean, I understand that there are girls out there that do like to fantasize about that stuff. So I'm not judging, but you know, it's bad. It's bad, but like some people like it, and I get it, like, but also I'm like, okay, it's bad though. But yeah, if it's not consensual, it's kind of a no-go, you know? On the defensive. I feel like it's kind of hard because like in the fictional setting, it's more like, I get why they use it, and I get that people do also like it. I'm kind of neutral to the whole thing in a fictional setting. Kind of, with really. I keep using kinda, I think that's my issue. Yeah, it's just really bad. But I understand, like, you know, some people do like it. That's why you have a lot of like dark romances, and you know, I kind of sort of get why people put it in there. but it's still really bad. Yeah, it's just in a fictional setting. It's just more... It's not really... I don't know if I should say acceptable, you know? But, you know, one for everyone. Yeah. Still pretty bad. But I do like a good story, you know? If it gets really interesting, it's you know, it's just not needed sometimes, but I feel like it's not needed a lot of times. It really depends on the story though. I just keep an open mind to a lot of fictional stuff in general. But yeah, you know, like otome games. I wouldn't say it's a great story if it... Okay, well... I just pretend it doesn't exist. Most of the time. Yeah, a lot of stuff is pretty bad. I guess a lot of the things I consume is pretty bad too, but it's like... You know, when it comes to like fictional stuff, it's just like, okay, you know, you just get with it. Still getting banned. Reads this chat. It's yeah, I don't know how to help you there, Sari. But I'm not really into a lot of the sexual stuff in the first place, so I'm just like, whatever. I do think that stories are a lot more fun when characters do kind of crazy things like, you know, lock you in a cage. Yeah. Yanderas are so much fun. Hey, you know, back when I was a youngin', I played... Okay, when did Amnesia come? I don't know. When did that game came out? Come? I can't even grammar anymore. But one of the first... Oops, that's not it. One of the first otome games... Wow, it was one of its times, you know? A game of its time. He wasn't my favorite character though. 2011. Okay. 2011? Is that when it came out? Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. There's yeah, Amnesia. one of the classic otome games. There's a character who this was when I was like baby otome. Yeah, that character did something to me. I don't know, man. Toma, the guy who locks you in the cage. It was very popular back then. I think, yeah, back when I was baby otome, when it came out in English, it came out in 2015. That was 10 years ago. That's when I first played it. And yeah, 10 years ago, changed my brain chemistry, was like, oh yeah, this is peak yandere, you know? You're never gonna experience a peak yandere like that ever again. Like, okay, maybe you will, but like the other game I played last year was pretty peak yandere. I really enjoyed it. Sometimes it's just the story. It's so interesting. I always look at like these kind of stories as entertainment. Like, and usually when it comes to fiction, it's like you shouldn't really basically your boundaries to fiction is how you see it, right? If you let it affect you in a negative way, you should actually remove yourself from that series. But this is why I love fiction so much, because it gives different perspectives in things. Meru, I can tell, is fun at parties. Am I? Probably. I mean, I could probably say like random stuff. Whole act like I was both blind and deaf for the past few minutes. I feel like if you come again to any of my yapping streams, it's gonna be probably the same kind of stuff. JB like, write that down. I've got a lot going in my brains. But anyways, when it comes to like fictional stories and stuff like that, right? I always like a good, like, you know, even though it's like morally bad, I really like a lot of, what is it? Perspectives. It shows me different perspectives and things, and like I go like really into the psychological aspect of stuff like that, like how the characters will interact when certain things happen. And it's always like, you know, I'm all for crazy stuff happening. Yeah, because it always brings a different it's just, what is that word? There's a word that I usually say, but I forgot because my brain my brain took too much power trying to defend myself earlier. But yeah, it's just how we see fiction in general. I like to see different stories. I feel like I should reveal one thing because it's not fun to just tease without revealing one thing. I'm confused. I know it's morally bad, but I like when the author makes you get attached to a character just to kill it. Yeah. Yeah, oh my god. Like when the author kills off your favorite characters, I'm just like I kind of cry. Fictional consensual chikan. Chikan? I'm confused. I like fictional. I think. I like. I'm confused. But yeah, going back to Amnesia though, 10 years ago. Changed my brain chemistry with the whole yandere stuff. It's just a good, like, it's a good balance, you know? Like, you could always have the nice classic stories, fluffy stories and stuff, but I'm usually, I mean, I like a lot of things. Let's just say that, because I like to switch between fluffy and I also like to switch between dark stuff. I don't really, nowadays, I don't really like to get into really, really dark stuff. It's not as bad as consent shenanigans, but I like gore and sad themes. Yeah, I'm not too, I can't do gore anymore. I don't think I could do gore anymore. I do like sad stories as long as there is a happy ending though. Because I've played a lot of dark otome games. A lot of the ones that do get very popular are the really dark ones. But I know there's this one game that's out right now that's extremely, extremely dark. Apparently a lot of people die, and like the MC is just not having a good day any day, which is very depressing. Miside? It's not Miside, it's an otome game. It's called Virche, I think. Virche? Virche. But but yeah, I haven't touched it yet. I know it's got a very good it's got a very good reputation for the otome side, but it's really, really dark because I think you have to play the dark endings first, and I've been avoiding that game because I don't want to play dark and like the bad endings. I'm kind of baby. Attack on Titan had a lot of people sad with its ending, but I liked it. It was meaningful. It was a dark ending. Yeah, I spoiled myself. I used to read Attack on Titan up until I think it got really political, and then whatchamacallhis-face, Levi pseudo died or something like that, and I just stopped reading it. Like, I had no reason. But I think that series, yeah, he didn't die, he pseudo died. He like pretended to die. He almost died. But I kind of dropped off from it because it was a bit too gore for me, and it was too much violence. I don't really like that much violence. I'm kind of baby when it comes to that stuff. That's kind of crazy. I hate English, very complicated. It's okay. I'm too struggling in English. I'm trying so hard to make proper sentences. But yeah, Sarah, you're just on a roll with this, aren't you? I don't like violence, but you know, stalking is fine. Levi coming back alive was a win for me. That's good. I think I've gone past like how long did it go for? Because I know a couple years ago I was fine reading shonens and I was fine reading gore and stuff like that, but eventually down the line it definitely wasn't for me. Yeah, I was just like, I think I'd rather stick to my shoujos, my romances, my slight you know, problematic romances. Yeah. I'm not too good with violence. I'm good with problematic stuff. I'm like, murder is not okay. I mean, it does happen a lot in games though. I think the reason why like I'm not too good with bad endings was because I had a pretty bad experience with one of them. So there was this one game I really liked. I played I had to play that bad ending because, you know, it unlocks the CGs, right? Like I don't really like games that make you play bad endings to unlock CGs, but you know, here I am. But yeah, that game, like that one bad ending just kind of took me out to the point where I was just like, wow, this I had to like sit down and pretend that it didn't exist. Like I felt like I needed to wash my brain. Like it was that bad. Like I did not like it at all, and I was just, it kind of ruined the character for me. Like he would have been probably my number 2 if it wasn't for that bad ending. But that bad ending just kind of ruined everything for me, and I was just like, wow, this kind of sucks. Like I really liked his character too. His route was really good, and then that bad ending was just not. It was tragic. It was depressing. It was so bad. Like, well, it's not bad, but I know a lot of people liked that bad ending, but it was not for me. It was too dark for me. So I was just like, yeah, I can't do it anymore. Nowadays, when I have to play bad endings, I speed through it. I'm just like clicking. It's so sad. But yeah, when it comes to I say problematic, like, and then here I am fine with the yanderes, but I'm not fine with like mass murders. Ooh, I can't do it. I can't do with violence. But yeah, just different boundaries. Dig that hole. But yeah, a lot of the media that I consume nowadays, they're not very violent. I mean, there are some like a lot of different tension, mystery, you know, kind of stuff. It does get pretty it does get pretty dark at some times, but as long as, you know, oof, did I just stop working? Oh no. My model just stopped working. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I froze for a sec. What happened? Space. Why must you do this to me? My tracking. Anyways, but yeah, I think my internet is kind of tripping up. Anyways, what was I saying? Here I go again. Brain brrr. But yeah, fictional stuff. Yeah, I'm just not into a lot of just action nowadays. I just like a good story with romance. I like romance stories. I like having ships. I like to self-insert and date fictional characters. Yeah. You don't need to remember, it's better this way. I felt like I went through a whole bunch of like, you know, different things. But yeah, I'll probably eventually get back to Otome games. I want to play, the next one I have is in my backlog. like a good manipulative relationship in my fiction. Yeah, you know? And if they could manipulate me and I fall for it, I'll just give them very big claps, you know? Good job. Every 5 words or a sentence I could get you cancelled. I'm just an old lady who's been onto the internet too long, and I think that fiction should only affect you as much as you let it, you know? Oh yeah, please gaslight me, hot men. You know, if a hot man could gaslight me and manipulate me like that, then I say he's a good person. Not really. Like, I would be like, wow, you're very impressive. Thank you. If you gave me a good time for the times I was happy and well, you know, when you manipulated me to be happy, then you've done a good job. That sounds so bad. You know, I just love fictional characters. I can't help it. Like, if they're hot, they're I don't think they need you brainwash yourself. You know, sometimes it's better to be happy than to always question every single thing, you know? Yeah. Sometimes I'm telling you, sometimes you just gotta be mentally unhealthy to be mentally healthy. What can I say? Oh, I love fictional men. They can never be like, I don't like real men. I actually like real women more. Ignorance is bliss. Yep. I love it when a fictional man just, like, you know, lies and be like, psych. and oh my god, my favorite types of tropes are like when they're like a very big playboy and you could kind of tell, like, as a reader, but then like the MC doesn't, like, they're not able to tell because, you know, they're too nice for the world. And then like but then over time the guy like falls in love with them and then they're like, they find out all of like their manipulative tactics and they're like, no, I don't want to be with you anymore. And then they're like, and then the guy's all like scrambling because like they actually ended up falling in love. Oh my god, it's so tasty. It's so good. I think I don't want to be mentally unhealthy though. That seems irresponsible. It's just how you take it, you know? If you know that, you know, you could be responsible in your ways. But yeah, goodbye, Sadie. Nice chatting you again. I actually might end soon because it's been like 2 hours since I've been yapping. I didn't expect to go on for this long. I got really into it. But yeah, night to you. What was I gonna say? But yeah, you know, as long as you understand your own boundaries, and as long as you keep a responsible boundary and make sure that it doesn't affect you negatively, then you're all good. You just gotta be mentally good. I'm mentally unhealthy and I want it to stay that way. This is where my good ideas come from. Yeah. If you're fine with it, that is totally fine too. I am very fine being Delulu. Very fine liking my problematic stuff. Of course, I have a very solid ground to reality, which, because I have a very fine big ass wall between reality and fiction. So I know when stuff is too bad and I know when stuff is good. And I like to stay in my own lane, so. Well, I mean, probably not after this stream. I've just like I've just like ranted, I mean, monologued about how some of this stuff I feel like I just shoved a lot of things down you guys' throats. Oops. Sorry, not sorry. I do think that fiction is meant to be explored. I'm a raccoon, I don't think thinks I'm mentally healthy. It's okay, I don't think I'm mentally healthy either. I meow too much. Unpromptly, you know? Oh my god, it reminds me. This other day I was like hanging out with friends and I was just like in like my own little corner, like just sipping my nice tea and like, you know, and we're just like yapping. But like sometimes I like make weird noises. So I was just like sipping my tea and I was like, nom, nom, nom. And then my friend was like, wow. I was like, sorry, it just slipped. I also meow too much. Yeah, I mean, it's fun, whatever. Oh my god, the problem I have, okay, so I also go out, like when I go out in public, right, and I'm alone, I always talk to myself. It is so bad. It's gotten to the habit where I feel like people usually stare at me and I'm just like, oh no. Because I would be like especially when I'm like shopping or thinking about things, like let's say I'm like looking for a drink, right, to order. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. But when I'm like at a boba place and I'm like looking at the menu, I would talk to myself. I would be like, ooh, maybe I should get this. Ooh, I haven't tried this one yet. Or like, I wonder if this tastes is good here. It is so bad. I would just talk to myself. Like I'm like the lone one person standing talking to myself. It's kind of crazy. Like under my breath too. Like it's never anything bad. It's just like me just, you know, thinking. And the weird noises and sounds me and my friends do, the seal sound where whenever we're alone, just urf, 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 urf. Then my friend would go urf, urf, and I go urf, urf, urf. Hey, head empty. I respect that. It's so funny because sometimes I would have like friends where like we would just sit around and then like something in the music, like something in the background would just play and then we just like back and forth, just nodding for no reason. So silly. It's so fun to have like, it's so nice to have friends who are like on the same wavelength, you know? So it's just like we just bounce off each other, head empty. And then like even in like moments of silence, it's just like really comfortable, you know? All right, with that said, it's been 2 hours since I've been yapping. I would like to say that it is 4 o'clock for me. So I do have to go, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to yap more about my weird stuff. I'm trying to just do like one yapping stream each week, mainly to rest my throat because I do have like some issues here or there sometimes. Like I don't know, earlier today I was just like kind of croaky because throat kind of be having issues. But you're an amazing yapper, so entertaining. I hope you guys learned a lot about me and about other things, and I hope that you guys were having fun too, despite the interesting things that went on. Please don't take me seriously and don't cancel me. But yeah, with that said, I hope you all had fun. I had fun too, yapping about things, you know, these things. As much as sorry again for what I said about the start of stream. It's okay, don't worry about it. We live, we learn. I'm a very, very, very forgiving person. So just make sure. Time, place, setting. Yes. And I'm not sure if I want to update my rules. I feel like I really should. Because I do have some boundaries. I mean, I'm usually fine with a lot of things. But yeah. Time, place, setting. Obviously, I feel like there's a different word for that. You know, whatever. But with that said, it is on me a lot of the times to put the mood back to where it is. I mean, I always have the choice to just not read the message, but I want to respect everyone's words here. So yeah, don't worry about it. No worries, no worries. We all learn and we all move on. You know, when you make mistakes, you just learn. Sometimes some people don't learn, but that's fine. Just try again next time. Thanks for being an amazing person. Nah, it's okay. Thanks for apologizing and stuff like that. I really appreciate it when people do realize that, you know, mistakes do happen and then acknowledge that, because we all have different ways of living. So I really respect that, you know, you've come to understand and we've come to an agreement, you know, and we're all good again. Well, you are always good, but yeah. no worries about it. But thanks so much. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing this week. Honestly, head empty this week, but I will do my best to try streaming around the same times. For this week at least. I want to do a hand cam on the weekend. We'll see what happens. Because, you know, weekends are kind of iffy for me since a lot of things do happen more on the weekends. But with that said, thanks everyone for yapping, for dropping in, for coming around. Thanks to anyone who does watch later. And with that said, I really appreciate the support. And I really had fun today. And, yep. Just keep your eyes on my social medias. I will try to update as much as I can. And with that said, thanks so much. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and bye. Oops. Wait, hold on. Bye.